G'day hobbyists, we're here at Collectfest. We're about to do a walkthrough, check out some of the stalls. This event is massive inside, can't wait to show you inside. Let's go.
Let's check it out. I'm keen. I love that as soon as you come in, tops.
Bang.
Tops, hit with tops right in the face, huge booth, it looks absolutely phenomenal. First time that Tops has actually come to Australia for an event as well, so massive get for Collectfest right at the front.
Have a look at this. This booth here is unbelievable. Tops have come absolutely balled out today. All the boxes sitting behind there. We know the sports card market is really growing here in Oz.
I'm gonna get some Marvel cards for sure. Marvel Tops Chrome.
We're hitting our comic book section at the moment. If you look over to the left here, we've got all our vendors set up with comic books here. I wonder if there's the original Superman or Spider-Man here.
I reckon there would be. There'd be some big ones. Absolutely shoulder to shoulder in the joint today.
They had 6,000 people through the door on day one.
Yeah, 6,000 people, 4,000 tickets sold for today. Still more punters rolling in as we go through. What are those?
$600, $450 on some sneakers there. Man, look at the Jurassic Park ones. I was such a dinosaur kid when I was younger.
Park, man. I like it. There's a good spread, a lot of different stuff, like for everyone. It is Collectfest at the end of the day, right? Starting to hit the TCG section. Obviously, that's our bread and butter. We just wrapped up a huge stream over here at the Whatnot booth. So all weekend, they've had streamers streaming from the Whatnot booth. It's been absolutely popping off.
You know what I love about some of these vendors is how high they've gone with their displays. Like, absolutely, look at that.
Some of the guys have really built it out, which
spot
they
that
were given the
from
space. Collectfest did really well, giving people the space to kind of just set up and do whatever it is they want. Obviously, Aussie stalwarts here, Palms Off Gaming, got all your needs. They're always at every show.
If you ever need to protect your binders, your slabs, Palms Off are always those guys.
We're getting to the best section though. I'm gonna love showing you this. Right up the back of the TCG section, we've got a big learn to play area, and we're running it Lunar Cards. It's been really, really busy all weekend. Massive space.
Have a look at this. All these people coming out, learning how to play One Piece. We've got MetaZoo, Pokemon learn to plays out here. Absolutely crazy.
It's been popping off. Lunar Cards, baby. It's everywhere. I love it.
All right, we're gonna shoot on over to the Lunar Power booth over here.
It's been a busy weekend.
Absolutely pumping all weekend here.
Shout out to the rest of our team because they've been managing this booth all weekend while me and Kearns have just been having the time of our lives.
Have a look at this. We've got the Power team in, selling some of the OG cards. There's some big hitters in there. Amazing space here. Whether you're looking for a $5 card or you're looking for a $5,000 card, we've got them here. Bit of a wheel spin. What do we got here, Osti? What do we got? Give it a spin for us. What are we winning? What is one of the lucky hobbyists out there winning? 3 English booster backs. We're gonna give them up as a giveaway later on. All right, let's go down.
I found you. I went the other way. Now we could keep going all the way around and going up and down and showing you every single TCG seller here, but we're not gonna do that. There's some great ones out there, but there's so much to see here, right? It's Collectfest. We got the main stage up the back here. This is where Kearns and I yesterday got to break a base set box with Gary King Pokemon, pulled 2 Charizards, 2 Zards, 1 box with Gary. It was phenomenal.
We also pulled 2 Mewtwo's, a Venusaur, and a Blastoise. It was literally a dream box for us. No Poliwrath. We did pull a Hitmonchan though. We're gonna go to the main stage here. Collectfest have done such a great job in allocating space to all the different hobbies here. So we've got trading cards, video games, TCGs. It's like everything is here. So you see over here, we've got the main stage. That was our home base yesterday. This is where we opened a base box. There was close to 350, 400 people here, which was absolutely awesome. Oh, look at these little figures over here. That is awesome. You all know me, I'm a huge pop vinyl guy, massive pop vinyl guy. So we've lost Dino, not sure.
I'm here.
Here he is.
Still here. I'm still here. I was getting lost in all the beautiful product that there is. So this is kind of like, there's like not an artist alley, so to speak, but you've got artists here. Tattoos, live tattoos happening right now.
That's so cool.
You see Jess got a tattoo this morning?
Yeah,
she got a Lunar Cards tattoo.
I think
now we're all gonna have to get one. You can buy money. You can buy money. You can actually buy money and coins. Massive part of this show as well has definitely been coins. The Perth Mint's here doing something. I don't know exactly what it was, but they're out here doing something. You got the Quest suppliers over here. So there's a bit of everything for everybody. 3-point contest. How do you fancy yourself as a 3-point shooter, Kearns?
Oh, I'm an absolute lock. I think Steph Curry learned how to shoot from me.
I don't know if you are.
Back in Div 3.
I don't know if you are, man.
At Knox.
It looks good though. The Dream Courts 3-point contest. There we go.
Absolutely. How do you fancy yourself, Dino? You played a little bit of...
Yeah, but I always shoot from this side. Like I'm on this side. I'm not a front of the ring shooter, man. That's not my vibe.
Model cars, planes, figurines. Figures is such a massive piece of collectors as well.
You've got a big figurine collection.
There is something out there for everyone at the moment.
Here we go. Pop Alley, Funkos. That's the thing. I don't know much about them. But I know that looks sick, right? Look at these. Check all these like signed Pikachu, Bulbasaur. That's gangster. There's some really cool stuff in there.
There's the Veronica Taylor signed Pikachu. I've got one of those.
You got one of those, yeah?
I do have one of those signed. These are really cool. A lot of exclusive pops in here. Behind the glass, of course, to protect them.
These are beautiful. 3D printed, hand painted. Love the texture on the bottom as well.
Oh,
really,
that's
really
awesome.
nice.
I'm going to be coming back. Look at that Blastoise. Blastoise and Lugia. All right, let's keep on cruising around.
Sorry, I was about to buy something. It's just I found something I want to go back and buy. So check out the eBay booth. This is unreal. This massive PSA 9 Victor Wembanyama Lunar cards. We've got that up on eBay right now. You can bid on it. Ends tomorrow night, I believe.
Oh, look at this. It's the two GOATs, not including Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, and LeBron James.
LeBron is not the GOAT. He's not even in the discussion, dude. What are you talking about? But the eBay booth looks great. They've done a really, really good job.
The colour through
great
this.
to have him here as a part of it.
This is an activation. This looks phenomenal.
It is.
All right,
we'll cut across. We'll cut across.
Let's spin the wheel. Let's spin the unlocked wheel here. Is it a free spin?
Well, it is now.
It is now. We've got a free spin. If we win something, it's going to you, hobbyists. Oh!
Is it?
I reckon it is. I reckon it is.
To be honest, I'm happy winning everything. I collect way too much. Here we go. Oh! Minor prize. Here we go.
1 month free membership. Our next grail giveaway is a Rolex Submariner Hulk.
Oh, that's awesome.
You may as well sign up.
I've got a Bali knockoff at the moment, so I need a nice Rolex.
Sort that situation out.
Awesome.
Oh, perfect.
All right.
I need another one.
Awesome. If you guys haven't seen Unlocked, the next giveaway is a Rolex, but you've also sold first edition Charizard, or given away Charizards.
We've given away two PSA 9 first edition Charizards. One of them's actually on display here. One of our members has a stand over there, so you gotta go check it out.
Awesome, we'll definitely do that. Let's have a look. Let's see how we go.
Not much.
Nothing?
Standard curds.
Oh well, that's pack openings, cold hands.
That's the way it goes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we've kind of brought ourselves back to where we started. We did a big sort of exterior circle, and we're going to go up the guts to the most central point of the whole show to show you the booth of the show. Amazon Woman. We're right in the middle of Collectfest. Literally right in the middle is where you can find the hobby podcast booth. Australia's first full-time podcast booth. Got our fishbowl lens. We've recorded about, 7 or 8 episodes so far with guests in there.
How awesome has this been? We've got a shout out while we're here as well, Collector Space, to Chris Haylock and the team for coming and building out the booth. We had a vision. He came in and executed. We filled it with some of our personal collection here.
You know what's great about
being lots of queries on, but you can follow us.
Can't hear me, which is perfect because he hasn't left me alone all weekend.
We can hear him because he's got his mic on, but in real life we can't actually hear him.
Soundproof booth. It's been phenomenal. Sponsored by Red Bull, by the way. Thanks, Red Bull. Well, working with Red Bull.
If you check out, make sure if you haven't yet already, you follow us over on YouTube. That's our QR code. And as we loop around to the front here, we've got to give a massive shout out to our very special guest, Gary King Pokemon.
Gary, there he is.
He has flown all the way out from Las Vegas, Nevada, to be here. First time in Australia. We've got these beautiful promos here that he's made specifically for Collectfest, limited to 300. But Gary, thank you so much for closing out our tour of Collectfest. Hobbyists, this is our booth. We are just getting started, a year in. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you at the next one.
What he said.
Hobbyists, today's episode is sponsored by Collector Space. They have recently opened their ever-expanding showroom and collectibles shop and has taken shape in the southeast Victoria.
Boasting display furniture and fixtures for in-home collections and retail spaces. They've been trusted by many of our favourite stores and fellow collectors. Check out their socials for up-to-date info and offerings, and be sure to visit the Collector's Space at 1108 Mulcahy Road, Pakenham.
Whether you're a collector at heart or new to the hobby, Collector Space are here to help. So head on down and say g'day to Chris and the team at Collector Space, and thanks for sponsoring the episode.
Awesome. We are joined now by Lachlan Power. Welcome to the Hobby Podcast.
Right on.
How's your weekend been here at Collectfest?
It's been good, honestly. Like, it's actually crazy. Yesterday, I think everyone, the boys I'm with, we like checked our watches and we're like, it's 4 p.m. Like, it just went like that.
Yeah.
No, it's been good. It's been a lot of fun. Meeting a lot of people, meeting a lot of fans, meeting a lot of OG fans that watched all my old videos and they're just coming up like, why are you here? I was like, what are you doing?
Clearly not Pixelmon fans.
No, it's so many
right.
Pixelmon fans as well though. Like, just being like, what are you doing here? And then selling some cards on the side. It's been good fun.
Awesome.
The booth has been busy, man. Like over there, you guys have been like 4 or 5 deep, like all day. Yesterday in particular, it was crazy.
Yeah. And
we steered clear. We're like, let's just stay in the podcast booth.
We couldn't even get all our cards out. I think we got most of them out today. But yeah, no, it's been hectic for sure.
I stopped by the booth yesterday afternoon and I saw a shiny Kabutops PSA 10. You're like, yeah, I'm bringing the fire tomorrow. I'm like, what? You're bringing the fire tomorrow?
Yeah. No, Gabe the whole time, because we've been building up with Gabe like the last couple of weeks, preparing for the show. And he's like, oh, you got to bring these. You got to bring the heat. So yeah, we're getting it out today and just mainly just having it as a display and not trying to sell, but hey, if an offer comes around, see what happens.
That's it. That's like I painted, we filled these cabinets with all of our stuff and people keep asking, is that for sale? Is that for sale? It's like, no, not really, but subscribe to the podcast.
Yeah.
You got to use those to draw people in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah? It's like a museum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's cool to look at.
That's what you got to do.
Before we get into the collecting, do you want to just give a bit of a 2-minute rundown of what you do? Because there might be some hobbyists out there that have never seen your channel.
Yep. No, for sure. Yeah. So been making YouTube content for, what was it, 2012? So we're now 13, 14 years, something like that. Making pretty much a lot of different gaming content. Started in Minecraft, then Pokemon Go was a big phase for me. And then I've been mainly doing Fortnite content for the last 8 years. Or 7, I lost track at this point. But yeah, just pretty much making content on YouTube has been the big thing for me. And yeah, love it. Living the dream, as Gabe would say.
He does say that.
Yeah, he does say it a lot.
He says that a lot. Shout out, Gabby.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much the summary of me, gaming content creator for sure.
When did you make the decision to go from just playing by yourself to online and starting to stream and going down that avenue?
Yeah, no, it was when I was in university, first year, hating it. I was doing an IT degree, and I was like, oh, there's this cool mod from Minecraft that has Pokemon in it. And I was like, oh, this is cool. I'm going to upload this and put it on the internet. And it actually did pretty well. I got I think 800 views, which back then is whoa, 800 people.
That is nuts.
Look at my content. Now it's nothing. On TikTok, you get 800 views just doing anything these days. But back then on YouTube, that was a big deal. So uploaded that, kind of snowballed, and then here we are. A few subscribers later.
And then Power is a brand and business beyond just
yes.
the streaming, right? Can you delve into that a little bit as well?
Yeah, so 5 years ago, we actually just celebrated 5 years back
Congratulations.
in June. Thank you. Yeah, it started as an esports team, kind of evolved since then as more of a content team with, like-minded Aussies. A lot of Fortnite creators, but we also have Roblox creators as well. Mainly, across different titles, Rocket League, Fortnite, Roblox, but we also do other random things like GeoGuessr, like an IRL gaming group is the way I'd put it. Just didn't love that one.
See, look, I would say you're living the dream, right? We obviously own Luna Cards with Gabe, and we get to do this podcast, and we're living the dream. But when I hear what you guys do, and how you guys, how your business operates, I'm like, that sounds like the dream to me.
I don't know. Something else about just looking at cardboard all day. I don't know what it is. It's it is fun. It is actually good.
Yeah.
There is so much nostalgia in looking at the old school cards. When you were younger, did you collect a lot? Were there people you used to collect with in your family or friends?
No, it's actually pretty crazy. Definitely back in primary school, grade 1, grade 2, I definitely remember trading cards, and I think at one point I had a Venusaur. But how you had I don't know, it might be the same age group as you guys, but you remember having the rubber bands around your deck?
Always.
Yeah. So that was it. And I remember I used to have a Venusaur right at the front in bits. But back then you didn't care about how it looked. It was Charizard was a Charizard.
If you had it, like you had the swag, that was it.
Yeah,
it didn't
yeah.
need to be perfect. You
It
just
could be,
needed
you
to
could have
have
half
the
of
Charizard.
it and it still counts. Like everyone would. I back then I didn't get many cards as a kid. I remember one day, I think we just got a printer. And I printed like a Blaine's Moltres on top of my card because I really wanted it. And I took it to school.
Yeah.
And I tried to act like it was a real card and trade it as a real card. And this kid was like, wait a second, this is a Cubone. Like,
Man, that happened all the time.
Yeah.
That's totally why they banned Pokemon cards.
No,
Yeah.
Our school didn't. Our school didn't ban them. They were like fully allowed.
I think ours went through phases. Like there's a
Yeah.
couple of kids there hustling other kids, and then a couple of kids like getting, beat up or robbed or rolled.
Literally. Yeah.
Like that did happen.
I was really fortunate when I was younger. My mum's a really big collector in basketball, and I'd go down to the Caribbean market every Sunday. And at one stage, I had about 15 or 20 Charizards, and I'd go trade the Charizards to fill in my binders, so my master sets. And I also lived next to the chip rep. They're the Charmeleon stamp, the W stamped Charmeleon promo.
Yep.
So I would take them to the market and trade them and fill in my binders. So I would see the trades happening with fake cards, and I knew I was like completely locked in. I'm like, no, I'm not trading for that. That's not real. I know it's not. So
Imagine if you still had all those W stamped Charmeleons now, bro.
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
But in
Gabe was telling me about those. He's saying they're going like pretty premium if you take them to the States or something.
They do,
Like,
yeah, because they came in cheese packs over here.
Yeah, so random.
Which
Cheese
is wild.
packs, bro.
Like, you needed to put a Pokemon card in cheese to sell cheese. Like, I don't get where that came from.
It would work today.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
would work.
yeah.
It would very much work today.
Yeah.
So have you been collecting Pokemon your whole life, or did you take some time off and come back into it?
For the most part, like, did on and off. I think the last time I remember buying cards was around like Heart Gold, Soul Silver era of like cards, which is still like today very rare and valuable.
Yeah.
That set. But yeah, didn't get many packs as a kid. They were very expensive, and grew up in a family of 4, so like getting Pokemon cards was the lowest value ROI that my parents could like. You would like getting a game kind of made sense, but cards is kind of like you don't get much ROI and time for like a kid, right? They get bored of it after like an hour or two. So it's like, oh, let's try and actually get the game or something.
Pokemon cards were definitely used as bribery in my house. It was
Yeah.
come to the supermarket, and if you're quiet, you'll get a Pokemon pack.
Yeah.
So it's funny now as an adult collector. If I open one pack, I just feel so dissatisfied. I'm like, I need to open more and more and more. If it's something vintage, that's different. But
But like a modern pack.
a modern pack, it's like one pack's just not enough.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I actually feel that. I feel that.
I kind of got, I reckon every once a month I would probably get a real pack. And then the rest of the time, my mum was just going to Dandenong Market and just getting me like cheapies.
I used to do that a lot actually in Brisbane. That's where Brisbane's from. The South Bank markets in the city. Used to get I remember getting fake Neo Genesis packs, but I thought they were real.
Same.
Like, you know what I
It
mean?
wasn't until 2020 when I went back to mum's and the boom was happening and I'm like, I'm rich.
Yeah.
And I look at them all, I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
I was like, it's not even a good fake. How did I think that was real for,
I got-
25 years?
I got 3 hollows in a pack. This is insane. Like,
Exactly.
yeah. Nah. But yeah, to answer your question, like, yeah, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and then 5 years ago, just before the Logan Paul COVID kind of crazy boom, I ended up like going kind of crazy and buying a lot of things. That's when I bought my Crystal 10 Skyridge set, and
Banging
a few
set,
others.
banging set
Yeah,
to have,
bangers.
man.
And
The
couple-
Zard's like 40, 50 grand at the moment, isn't it?
and then getting a couple offers, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to sell it. Go away.
Yeah, man.
But no, it's cool. And getting it out to show is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the best parts. Like, like, even when we were talking about it before, just get it out to show so other people can see it. Even if you're not necessarily going to sell it, like, it's cool to just share the hobby in that
exactly.
sense. Because
Yeah.
stuff like that you don't see every day.
I mean,
like,
I don't even see it. It gets locked up in a safe, and I don't even see it.
yeah,
Like, you
it's
know what I
nice.
mean?
It's nice to let it breathe.
Yeah, exactly.
Have it out a little bit and look at it.
Exactly.
I think one of the things that, like, I know about you is that when Pokemon started to lift off, you didn't want to do a lot of content around it early days. You were happy to stay in your gaming because you didn't want to force the market up more. And you were kind of like, the hype was so big, you still wanted collectors to be able to go after the cards.
Yeah, like I dabbled with the idea of making like a channel so many times, but like just so busy already with my own content, power, and everything we're doing there. And then it was like, okay, can't do a card shop or card, business on top of that. So it was like, okay, let's just do it as a hobby and keep it as a hobby. But yeah, that's pretty much where I've been at with that one.
When did you make the switch into Japanese cards? Because I know it's something you're really passionate about, and that's like what you love the most. When did you first discover Japanese cards and start collecting them?
I think it would be probably when I saw Vending Set for the first time.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That checks out.
Yeah.
Vending series is unreal, man.
And you know what's crazy? I had a couple binders of it, and I brought them out and have them in our binders for sale. They're the first ones to go.
Yeah.
Like, they've just been pillaged of all the vending pretty much off rip.
If I have vending series on stream, like for Luna, they're gone.
Yeah, they're so sick though. The art on them is unreal.
It's exclusive art, right?
Yeah,
it's not
exactly.
seen anywhere else.
Yeah.
That's it. And then some of them are so good.
That was part of it. And then also just like, because I have a few of the vintage packs back at my booth now, it's like they all have a holo. I hated the whole, because when I first got back into the hobby, I bought a base set pack on eBay.
Yeah.
Didn't know about the whole weighing thing.
Yeah.
Opened it up and I got a B drill, which is the same one I got on stage yesterday.
Same as me,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah,
we got
yeah.
B drilled hard yesterday,
let's
bro.
go. So it's like, that happened, right? And it was like, I was like, oh, you can weigh packs? That's a thing? Okay. So there's like a whole trust level to like the pack system, right? And Japanese, all holo. There's no BS.
That's a good point.
It's just like straight up. Obviously, that's not all of them. Like base sets still 50-50 on the weighed packs, and then the sets around there, like the exhibition, they're 50-50. It's random kind of around that era.
There's a couple of E-series ones where
it's not 100%.
It's not always a holo as well. But it's funny that you mentioned, you know, like learning about weighing packs. And now if you go on eBay, I saw the other day people are selling CT scan packs where you know it's a Blastoise or you know it's a Charizard. Like,
that's crazy.
So that's where like it's moved to now. And then people are like, well, if you know what you're getting in there, why would you buy it? It's like, well, because you don't know what grade it's going to get.
Yeah,
so
and
there's
you're
always
gambling on the grade then. That's not fun though. That's surely not fun.
it's not fun. It definitely takes it out of it. That purely is going to be a reseller that buys that. But all right, well, I'm going to gamble on the Zard and see what I can get out of it. Because like as a collector, enjoying opening the pack, if you know what's in there, it's not fun.
Yeah,
it takes it straight out.
Yeah.
What are you still collecting at the moment? Are you still buying vintage product out there, or are you buying newer Pokemon sets?
Not the new stuff. Something about the new stuff. Just can't get around it. We've got no new stuff at our booth because I just don't really mess with it too much. Just like for me, what I really like about it is like the rarity element, and it's like a lot of people in my booth were trying to trade like Moonbryons for like my Skyridge PSA 9s, and I was like,
no thanks.
There's like 2,000, I think more out of the registry. How many Moonbryons are there?
15,500 PSA 10 Moonbryons.
Exactly. There you go. And I get it though. They're a high volume thing. Everyone loves Umbreon, and no one really likes Skyridge, Covertops, Hollow, not Crystal. So I get it. And it's all come down to supply and demand. But like, there's so much supply of the Umbreon. I just can't get around it. Yep. It's not rare to me. So that's like the mindset I have. So I'm still the Gold Stars. I love the Gold Stars.
They're the best.
I still don't have them all.
They're the best.
Got a pretty decent like 9 set going.
Yep.
Just need like Rayquaza, which is like most expensive. So
that's going to set you back probably. Well, I think a 10 sold for 122,000 USD the other day. USD. Wow. So a 9's probably going to be about that in AUD anyway. I got a 3 out there if you want to buy that.
Yeah, someone came through with a 2. I almost got him off it today. But yeah, it's just crazy. That one. Yeah, I love the Gold Stars.
The Gold Stars, man. That's like, I've always said if they ever, I don't think they ever would go back there because it would detract from what it is. Like, I don't think you could do the Gold Star rarity slot like in modern Pokemon. But God, if it did, it would break it.
Yeah.
Like, it would be the straw that breaks the camel's back, like in terms of, you know, people buying up product and like scalping and flipping.
Because what is it? 3 per case.
With Gold Stars?
Yeah. That was the hit rate, right?
It's one in every 2 booster boxes.
One in every 2 to 3 booster boxes, depending on the sets. But which is, you know, still rough. Like,
no, the craziest thing I did back in 2020 when I first started buying cards, 2019, 2020, was me and my brother Mitch. I somehow found one on eBay. There's a Clash of the Blue Sky Japanese box. So it's the Japanese Deoxys.
It's where you get the Japanese Gold Star Ray from.
Yeah. And so we opened it like hoping to get it, and I got it pretty cheap too. Like cheap for now. I wish I didn't open it. It would be insane now.
Of course, bro. Of course.
Got no Gold Stars.
Yeah.
And I didn't make any content out of it too. I just ripped it. It was still pretty expensive, like even back then. But yeah, we're hunting down the Japanese Ray.
The Gold Star set would be the ultimate.
Yeah,
ultimate.
I think so.
Have you got the Umbreon and the Espeon?
I have the Espeon, don't have the Umbreon.
Yep.
That's also going to be killer.
Yeah. They're especially in good condition.
Yeah.
Like they're expensive.
Yeah.
But the Ray's the most. The Ray almost eclipsed the first edition Zard back in 21, 22.
Yeah.
Like
Makes sense though.
It was getting right up there.
No, it checks out. But yeah, that would be the grail set for me. I'm happy in 9s with those.
Does your brother Mitch collect still, or a bit of a once-off?
No, he collects a lot. He's actually the only one. So he's got some modern cards in the shop we're doing. Yeah, he definitely gets around it more than me. Like he'll buy all the new sets as they come out. But yeah, that's more of his thing.
Did you try 151 at least?
I did.
Yeah.
That was like the last one I did buy.
Yeah.
I bought like a bunch of Japanese ones of it.
Yeah. Because 151's not bad. Like, I'm
I do
kind
like
of the
it.
same. Like I'm not. The modern stuff for me just doesn't hit me in the nostalgia.
That one did though a little bit.
151, yeah.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. No, I got a couple of boxes of that, like the Japanese one.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I haven't really cracked anything crazy. I think we need that gold slice slot back. We need something or like serialized. Like I love that that Final Fantasy thing. How they do with the chocobos. Like
Lachlan, that would also break Pokemon, right? I've talked about it on the potty before. I said to Kearns, I heard rumors that in Destined Rivals they might have brought back gold stars just because EX Team Rocket had their
first ones.
Yeah, Trico and all that. So like I was like maybe they'll bring it back. I don't know, but they didn't.
Well, we've got a bit of a look in with the Chinese exclusives that they've been dropping over the last 6 months. So, card art's only in Chinese.
And they are like somewhat serialized, or at least limited in number. Not serialized.
This Mew is this like promo Mew that they've done.
Yeah.
It's how many are they doing? Like 1,150 or something?
Something like that.
But it's not serialized. It's just.
It's not, but they told us exactly what the print run is. So you just know how many copies there are.
Yeah. No,
which is I think is like close to that as Pokemon would get. I don't know if they would ever print like the numbers on there.
Didn't Japanese people like do it with the lottery stuff as well? Like 1,000 of each, I think.
Well, I got a Rayquaza promo out there. That's one of 1,000.
That's cool. What is it?
It's from Black and White.
Okay.
It's Black and White. So they basically had it in 2012. Was it 2012? 2010 to 2012, where you had to go play a certain amount of events. And if you did, you got the pair. It was a Giratina and a Rayquaza. And there's only 1,000 winners.
I want to have a look at that.
Yeah, it's sick. It's probably the best looking card.
Okay.
I love it.
Cool. No, that's sick.
You been to Japan a few times to pick up some cards?
Yeah, what's like... I'm trying to think if there's anything crazy I got.
I saw you do the
How good is
151
it,
binder fill video. That looks like it would have been good fun.
That was good fun. I really enjoyed that.
The Japan Pokemon experience you really can't articulate.
Yeah. You know what though? I feel like I gotta get some more shops. I'll get them from Gabe if I ever get back, because it's something about like going to Japan. You know, I went like Niseko, do some skiing, then you come back to like Osaka and Tokyo, and it's like, okay, what shops are we hitting? Like, and what are we finding?
I was there 2 months ago. I did 120 shops in 6 days.
Jeez.
I did 45,000 steps in the first day.
What was your craziest like pull that you got out of it all?
Well, that was where I found that Rayquaza.
Oh. There you go.
I found 3 of them there. I bought 2 of them. One of them had a tooth mark in it. Somebody bit it, so I didn't buy the third one.
1,000 copies and one of them bites into it. Love that. Love that.
Man,
That's crazy.
That's the hobby enjoyed at its fullest. That's given to a kid.
That's it.
When
was
they
that
were
like at market price, or was it like a gem find that they didn't
No,
know?
I bought 2 that were in better condition than that for less than they were asking for that one.
Yeah, right.
So, and Japan they don't really barter.
Price is price.
Price is price.
Yeah.
So, I just didn't buy it.
Yeah, fair
I didn't
enough.
buy it. And the one I got, I thought would get a 5, but it got a 7.
W's in the chat.
I was stoked, bro.
Yeah.
I was stoked.
Nah, sweet.
All right, you got a quiz, don't you, Kearns?
I definitely do.
I always get worried because I don't have nothing to do with this. He makes it up. 9 times out of 10, it's pretty good.
Okay.
This is called the Sometimes Amazing Quiz, because sometimes we interviewed Tia Boyson, who's Mr. Beast's fiance, and I absolutely nailed the quiz.
It was really good.
And then we interviewed Logan Head, who's the co-founder of Whatnot.
Yeah.
And it was
I
horrible.
completely shit the bed. It was absolutely horrible.
It was so bad.
So there's not a quiz without a prize. So
Okay.
I know.
Rayquaza?
Whoa.
on the spot. I know when you were younger, your commitment to the video games were obviously next level, right?
Yeah.
New Call of Duty Zombies comes out.
Yeah,
Math exam the next day. He needs a C+ to pass, and of course he gets a C-.
You know the law.
So depending on how this guy goes on the quiz will depend on whether maybe we can change that grade for you, okay? So,
Okay.
all right. And I can relate. I
Okay.
used to play World of Warcraft for 15 years, and I used to be up at 4:30 a.m. before school. I'd come home from school and play, so I love the commitment. So,
Yeah.
first question, what Harry Potter movie is your favorite, and who's your favorite character?
Oh, geez. Tell you what, such a fence-sitter answer, but I'd say like all of them. But if you were to like, geez, I don't even know. I actually don't know.
I'll see if I can help sway you. I always go with the one with the Triwizard Cup. I don't know which one.
That's
that
what I
is.
was going to say, Goblet of Fire. That
That
was
one.
where I was about to go, and then I was like, oh, something
I
else.
feel like
better.
that's the
I
one you
curved the
could
last second.
watch
Yeah.
without having to watch any of the others
Yeah,
first.
yeah, that was the
or
one
after.
I like read as a kid too.
Yeah.
Thought it was really cool reading the ones that went out in movies. Yeah,
The drag.
I'm just
The
out here
yeah.
leading the witness.
The dragon.
Yeah.
There's
I
that.
I probably would send that to be honest.
yeah.
I feel like there's that one, and then there's the Half-Blood Prince,
Well,
which
that was my next one. So,
Yeah.
Deathly Hallows Part 2 is
Yeah.
also really good.
yeah. We need
That
to
was my
watch-
next one. Now you guys got the 1, 2,
We did-
3 real quick.
favorite character? Do you have one?
Not really. Not really.
I am happy to stand on this island if I'm on there alone, but Snape, I think, has the greatest character arc of any TV
Yeah.
show or movie of all time. You hate him, you hate him, you hate him, you like him, you hate him, you hate him, and at the very end you're like, he's the best guy in the world. Just
Yeah.
protecting Harry.
It's a fair shout. I've got to say Harry. My son's named Harry.
Oh,
so,
there we go.
You know,
No, that's- yeah.
I'm gonna roll with Harry as my favorite, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I also like Hermione, like later in the movie.
A bit of a crush,
Yeah.
bit of an early
You
day
know,
crush.
like- Later in the movies.
No, I can't think of one. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. All right. Well, here we go. All right. I haven't read these yet.
You're on it. You're on evens. I'm on odds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's your final meal. What are you having for an entree, main, and dessert?
Ooh.
So you're on death row.
Death row.
Guernsey's really put you out there.
Let's see. Entree, 3 wicked wings with gravy.
Yes.
Main, just like a nice steak, like New York strip loin,
Yep.
like done at a really nice restaurant. I'll take that.
Veggies or salad as a side.
Veggies
Cheese.
with chips.
Does that include
Veggies and
mash?
chips.
Mash?
Veggies,
Chips?
veggies and chips.
Okay,
with the mushroom sauce.
All right.
Yeah,
Yep. Checks out.
And then there was a dessert.
Yeah.
There's this place back home in Brisbane that does something called chocolate nachos.
Chocolate nachos.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
it's insane. He's like,
why has nobody ever said that to me in my
Yeah,
life?
no, it's
Those
insane. It's
two
like-
words together.
chocolate syrup, like these like tortilla, like cocoa tortilla
Yeah.
things, and
Nice.
then ice cream. Unreal.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. That works.
Done.
That's a pass. It's a
That's
pass mark.
crazy.
It's a pass mark.
All right, now that you're in your 30s, how do you count?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
I got a month and 2 months.
Sure. In
Yeah.
2 months' time, when you're
Well,
in your
this
30s,
is airs in when?
Yeah.
2 months?
Oh, jeez. Shit, yeah.
how are you going to counter the 12-year-olds, which clearly have an advantage in Fortnite with the reflexes?
Oh, bro, we're already struggling with that. Yeah, we went to the Fortnite Pro-Am earlier this year and got cooked. Look, I'm actually getting better. I swear I got really good in the last 4 months of Fortnite. Low-key dropping heat. So,
Season 5 kind of vibes again for you?
honestly, I was so bad back then. I was watching the videos like, wow, it actually sucked. Still suck. No, I'm actually feeling really confident about my gameplay in Fortnite right now. So I think
Awesome.
we're doing good. Yeah,
Hell
we're on
yeah,
the
bro.
grind.
Hell yeah.
Love that. A lot of people say video gaming and gymnastics are the same thing because they're always in their prime between that 12 to 15
Yeah,
and then you just
yeah.
start to drop off after it.
Yeah,
Yeah, fair.
100%. If you're like 18, you're washed
Yeah.
in the pro scene. It's crazy.
All right. If you were a Pokemon gym leader, what Pokemon type would your gym be?
This one's easy. Electric.
Yeah.
And then for the lineup, we'd have Jolteon.
Jolteon's a goat, by the way.
Yeah, Jolteon's
Best evolution.
goat.
Best evolution.
I actually don't know. Ampharos.
You know, I didn't know for ages that Mareep evolved into Ampharos.
Really?
Oh, this
Like-
is different. It's like the Magikarp and Gyarados.
Like-
if you don't know Pokemon, you're like, that doesn't evolve into
Yeah.
that.
Obviously,
I can see that, yeah.
it's, at one point in my life, I knew that. But like in 21, I was like, what? Mareep? Then in the other sheep thing, and then into Ampharos? I was like, what? I didn't know that.
Nah, Magnezone, Electivire, and then 2 fillers.
Yeah.
Run it.
Love that. Was
Yeah.
Zapdos your favorite bird?
Zapdos in there too.
Yeah.
We get him in there. 100%.
Love that. All right, so who would you rather make the next Pokemon game? Treyarch, or more specifically the people who made Vanguard, or Game Freak?
I feel like
Did you
it's a
say next
loaded
Pokemon
question.
game?
Yeah.
Pokemon fell off for me, like the game. Like
Last
so
game I
hard.
played was Emerald, bro.
Last game I played was Soul Silver, which was actually fire, by the way. That was
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, I just can't get behind the new stuff.
I really want to go back and play Black and White because people say it
Yeah, I
all the
skipped that
time.
one.
They
I
say that
skipped
they're
it.
the best, but
Yeah.
I've never played them.
Yeah, I
I
know
don't
the music goes hard. The
Yeah.
battle music goes hard.
Yeah.
Treyarch, let's just try something new.
Treyarch.
Like, honestly, change it up. Let's go.
Love that. I put Black and White was the first expansion that had none of the old Pokemon in it.
Yeah.
So that was a really pivotal moment for Pokemon because they washed the first 3 gens and went, you know what? We're starting over fresh. So, yeah.
Actually, that's not true. I played Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire as a series. I did enjoy that, actually.
Yeah, I need to get back to it. I need to get back and play some more of the games. Emerald was my last. That's where my fascination with Rayquaza comes from.
Yeah, no, fair.
That was sort of
Fair.
where I pulled up stumps. But looks like the next one's going to be, what do you just make a little picture book or something here. Can you name these 11 Pokemon?
Come on, guys. What are we? Like, what kind of quiz is this? Like, easy, obviously. Like, Tangela, Tentacruel, Ditto, Mankey, Kingler, Venomoth, Venonat, Lickitung, Tentacool, Krabby, Primeape.
So apparently you couldn't name these in the last challenge?
Oh, you guys did the research. Yeah, no, I uploaded one. Yeah.
Apparently you missed them last time.
I thought of that immediately when you did this. That's a good bit. That's a good bit. That's a great bit.
But you nailed it this time, bro.
Yeah.
You
Look, they
crushed
were
it.
there, but like they are forgettable though.
Definitely, especially Krabby and Kingler. I'm going to put it out there.
Lickitung probably could have had a look. Same with Ditto, but yeah, they're all like the same Pokemon to me.
Yeah. They all fit that bill.
And it is blind, under pressure, under time.
Have you guys tried it before?
Haven't tried it, no.
You got to give it a shot. Give it a shot. But
Name
don't
all
cheat and
151.
prime yourself before you go in.
I reckon I would know.
But they're
The
all
first one, 51.
They're all black.
There'll be ones like Farfetch you just forget. Like,
Where do you do it? Where is it?
it's like a website and it times you and you go and you start filling them out. You type them all out.
Done. We will do it for another potty.
Yeah, 100%. It's actually harder than you think.
You've done it
Well,
twice.
I wouldn't forget those.
I've done it like 3
I
times.
wouldn't
right.
forget those. I know those guys.
Nah, trust me. It's you just can't hold it all in. Like they just Farfetch, Jinx. They escape you in the time pressure.
Yeah, fair. All right, we'll give it a go.
Yeah.
We'll give it a go.
If you had $1 for every time you gave away a Holo Charizard on a podcast, how many dollars would you have?
I would have $1.
$1.
But I got it back.
You got it back?
I got it back. So I got
What's the
$0.
story there? I don't know the story. What happened there?
No. So I took a heavy Japanese base set pack to the UK for Whatnot.
Yeah.
No, not What's Good. Randy's podcast, and I was like, let's have a bit of fun. I'm open on stream. I don't know, 2 of them. One of them they got Poliwrath, the other was a Charizard, and he graded it with Ace. Got an Ace 10.
Oof.
But he gave it back to me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, and I have it actually with me. I have it here. If you want to see it.
What have we got? 3 left. Yeah, we'll come have a look for sure.
Yeah.
Have you ever considered expanding Power outside of video games and into trading cards? Well, we kind of already covered that earlier on, didn't we?
Yeah, kind of. I don't know. It's hard. Like
Lunar X Power, mate. We're doing it anyway.
Like, what's the competitive like trading card game field for Pokemon?
Oh, Magic the Gathering is probably the biggest one though.
But Pokemon, they stream it and it actually pulls decent viewership. Like
They do.
But I don't know what the branding is. They all wear the same shirt. Like you're not allowed to be branded on stream. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Pokemon. They wouldn't let you wear any.
It's pretty strict. But
You have
Yeah.
to jump through hoops with Pokemon,
I know.
especially.
I was gonna do like a kind of like vlog where I go and actually try and compete in one, and like do it like with like a vlog experience to see how far I went.
Yeah.
And then as I was going to sign up, this is like way past COVID. It was like 2022 or something, and it was like, oh, you have to wear a mask, and I was like, I can't. It's just not. No, I can't. Like,
Yeah.
because I can't be seen.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
camera, I'm just
yeah,
wearing a
no.
mask the whole time.
Oh, yeah,
Like, it's not it. So yeah.
You can only keep one. Old Fashions, Pixelmon, or your Pokemon Crystal Master Set. What are you keeping?
Oof. Do love an old fashioned.
I'll take the crystal set if you don't want.
What was the second one?
Pixelmon.
Oh, I want to get. Actually, I can get rid of Pixelmon because there's a new one called Cobblemon that we're probably going to get on. Yeah, we'll keep the. We got to keep the Zard. We got to keep him.
Yeah.
We got to keep him.
All right. And then the last question was, what's next for Lachlan Power?
Focusing on Power.
Yeah.
The esports content org, just hitting it hard, trying to get content up more consistently. But yeah, we'll probably dabble more in the card space. I don't think this will be our last stop for sure.
Nice.
Yeah,
No, good to hear.
Absolutely.
That's good to
Great.
hear.
I think it's pretty resounding C+ from the big
Let's
fella
go!
right there. He's got it.
We passed.
He's got it. There you go.
Let's go, Mum. Let's go. We passed. Let's go.
Mate,
That's
can't
sick.
thank you enough for coming on the potty and hanging
Yeah.
out with us at the
Nah.
booth all this weekend, man. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we hopefully we can do a lot more with you in the card space in the future.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Where
No,
can
right on.
people find you on all your socials?
Yep, just first name at Lachlan, Instagram, YouTube. I'm there. If you want to watch sub-average Fortnite gameplay, come check it out. Nah, we're getting to average at least now. Come on. Yeah, at least.
Nah, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate it.
No worries, guys.
All right, we got the pleasure of having Eric from eBay in the
G'day.
booth. Eric, how are you, my friend?
It's great. I'm exhausted in the best way. Like Collectfest has just been amazing. It's been so good to be out here with the community, and it's great to chat with you guys now.
It's been a crazy event so
It's
far,
been
hasn't
hectic,
it? It's
yeah.
been really, really busy. You guys are running the Collectors Club.
Yeah.
So is that like the passport? Is that the passport thing that you guys are doing, or is Collectors
Yeah.
Club different?
100%. So Collectors Club, basically everybody is already part of the Collectors Club, and so they can come down, they get a passport, they go around. We're just trying to encourage people to go enjoy the show, like visit the eBay sellers and get stamps and complete different activities, and we just give them like different prizes and sort of have them chase prizes as well. So just try to support the community and bring a bit of extra like life to it, really.
I love that. That's a lot of
Yeah.
fun. That is a lot of fun.
That's awesome to promote a lot of your sellers out there too.
100%.
Such a loyal platform like
Yeah.
eBay. You're able to come that. When you first heard about Collectfest,
Yeah.
how long ago was it? How much planning has gone into your booth? Because your booth looks amazing.
It does.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you guys think so. It's man, it would have been so long. I think we've been like we started talking like almost a year ago, and it's just we've been really thinking. So I was working eBay Japan like for about a year. I got back about a year ago into this role of trading cards, and since then like the team have just all been really focused on the community side of things and really wanting to sort of step up in that level and really, you know, when you think about it, eBay is just all built on community. Like we don't sell anything ourselves. Like so we are really all about the buyers, the sellers, the communities, the players, the collectors. Like that's what it's all about, and that's what like Collectfest is all about. And so like things like this are really perfect, and we're trying to show up and in a way that adds value to these events and really I think it helps support our buyers and sellers.
Yeah.
Even when they're not like on eBay directly.
No,
like, in the
totally,
moment. Yeah.
totally. But then you've got the showcase for
Yeah.
eBay sellers as well, right? Because I know
Yeah.
we, Luna Cards, we have a couple of items in there.
You've got a couple of cards. They've got like I think the 2 Charizards on auction right now. It's like over 100 watches. At least yesterday, I think it might even be more now.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. Like to have all these items from the sellers around the show like on display.
Yeah,
Really exciting.
which
yeah.
I think is really, really cool because, you
Yeah.
know, one thing with eBay is, you know, you're looking at images of the product, whereas in this
Exactly.
in this example, you can actually see the product like before your eyes, if you're at the show, of course.
Yeah, and it's all these things you have seen on like YouTube, on Google so many times, but like sometimes on in person, like there's like a CGC 10 and a pristine 10 like Luigi Pikachu there, just pop 2 like right standing there, which is pretty crazy. There's like a Jordan, LeBron, Jules Sig over there, just a lot of really cool stuff. It's like so exciting.
A lot of really, really cool
Yeah.
stuff. Now, the guys for Collectfest have done a really good job of grabbing every corner of the market and putting it together. And that you guys are a big part of that because you do the
100%.
same thing on your platform. You know, you've got, it's not just trading cards on eBay,
Yeah.
right? There's a lot of different things. I mean, my experience with eBay growing up was my dad buying car parts
Yeah.
off eBay. Like,
100%.
you know, very, very different experience. But because you use eBay almost regularly, daily at the moment, like personally yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've had the eBay store now for a few years on there, just buying and selling cards. So the one thing I liked about eBay was just how easy the transactions were and the footage as well of getting people onto the platform. It's gone from strength to strength, really. And I must say, it's one of those platforms which, when there's an issue, they're right on top of it. Selling on other marketplaces in the past, it was an absolute nightmare and time wasters and stuff. So I want to congratulate you all for getting the platform into a position that, as a seller, is really inviting, and I really enjoy it.
Thank you. I means a lot. I think that's something we've really been trying to push for and really like sort of doing right by sellers, doing right by buyers. And, you know, I think it's great to hear that like you've been feeling that. So that's awesome.
As you are, we're midway through day 2 at the moment. We're going to have about 10,000 people through the door for the first Collectfest. How's the reception been from the people coming through the booth?
I think it's been amazing. It's been way better than we, you know, even could anticipate. And it's been just so cool to see the positive reception. And, you know, I think the events, it's like, there's so much growth in the online space on like eBay and digital marketplaces, but social media as well. But then at the same time, like there's been this demand for sort of in person and being able to connect and sort of meet. Like we only met each other like about a month ago or something in person for the first time, and like there's something really special about that. And having like 10,000 people like in one place, just like gathering over something that they really have passion in common for is just like, it's been so good. People have been loving the passport, they've been loving the stamps, the sellers and everything. And it feels like eBay, like as a digital thing, brought to life in person, and I love it. Yeah.
So you're obviously working on TCG with eBay, right?
So I manage the trading cards category. So that's like TCGs, but also sports cards, non-sports cards. So the whole kind of shebang.
So is Eric a collector?
A collector of too many things.
All right, well, let's delve into that then.
Yeah.
Let's delve into that. So your collection journey then, where did that start for you?
So I think for me, collecting started, it's sort of two things that have come together. So I collect trading cards, and especially Pokemon and Marvel are the big two that I collect. But also I collect like sneakers, records, comics. We've got a bit of too many things.
This is your dreamland then. You're literally, no wonder you're
I think like, I look at my eBay numbers, they're going good, and might just all be from me. How it all started, I think it's two things that sort of combined for me. So one was, as a kid growing up, the Nintendo DS came out, and that was really exciting for me because it meant I could afford a Game Boy, which is, the previous generation.
Yep.
And I had two games on there, Pokemon Fire Red and Pokemon Ruby, and I was playing those just obsessively. That's when I really got into Pokemon. I was on all the forums back in the day.
Yeah.
And at the same time, during high school, I'd go to Vinnie's every week, and they're also a seller on eBay now, so it's like pretty full circle. And buying like the CDs and sort of records there for like $2 a pop. And eventually it's like these two things sort of combine, and like I love like design and history and pop culture. And so that all mixes into like trading cards. But then I've also always been into like sneakers, like hip hop and comics and all this sort of stuff. So it's been, I think, just really sort of giving my inner child all the sort of things I couldn't afford as a kid.
Yeah.
Did you have the foresight to keep some of those collectibles, those old school Pokemon boxes? They are worth a pretty penny these days.
Yeah, I wish I did, but there's like some stuff that like I feel like I had as a kid, but I have no idea where it went. And like, I mean, that's why they're worth so much now, because like no one really thought about it back then. But I think it's
an interesting point, because I wonder how that will play out, 10 to 15 years from now. Because especially in the Pokemon side of things, we've talked about it before. Like, I mean, you say that, right? There's still a lot of sealed like base set boxes.
Yeah.
They seem to just keep popping up. People joke that Wizards of the Coast are still printing them. So, I guess maybe people kept stuff sealed back then, or like, it wasn't as popular, so there was sealed stuff to the side. I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see, because the collectors these days, you see a lot more sealed products like being bought and sold compared to, back in the day. It was definitely more singles and trading cards and things.
Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting, and it's one of those things where it's like, it's hard to tell, right? And like, I can't, predict sort of the future, but even looking at, the past year, there's been a lot of really interesting stuff with like, I remember when Brilliant Stars came out, I bought 2 boxes. It was like about like $150 each at the time.
Yeah.
And then the first one, I pulled a Rainbow Charizard. I sold it for $400. And the second one I was going to keep sealed, but I was like, well, now I've got this. So then I opened that. And then now looking at, those prices, like maybe I should have kept that sealed.
I mean, you, out of anyone, should have better insight, right? Because you could just look at eBay stats and like look at trends and be like, oh yeah, these are starting to move up. Might grab a couple of those.
I mean, I think anyone can look at eBay stats if you want. You can, there's like a product research tool. You can see trends of prices, what's selling, and trends of all this sort of stuff. And then I think that's what people should be doing. I think I just love opening packs too much. I just love collecting cool art too much. And,
You mentioned earlier that you first joined eBay in Japan in a role over there. What lessons and how different is the market over there to here in Australia?
So I first joined actually about like 4.5 years in Australia ago, but then I did a 1-year stint in the Japan team in Tokyo, which was just so cool and so different. And like, I've seen your store and like, your cabinets over there, you saw what they were doing in Japan and brought that over. And like, I think for someone that loves like collectibles, that was just insane, right? You go there, and then you can go to like whole neighborhoods just full of card stores from like the floor to ceiling, all with cards. And I think it was just so cool. And there was like a lot of stuff when I first got there. A lot of the Pokemon cards were, all sold out, but then you could get so much for retail. And it's like the hobby's always changing, and you can see how passionate people really get about it. And that's really cool. And the team there was really passionate. It's sort of the eBay Japan team over there was really focused on getting Japan sellers to sort of export outside of there, so into Australia, into the US, and getting that supply. So I think that's one of the cool things about eBay is like I can go on, I can buy like a single or like a box from a Japanese seller for like pretty cheap and get it shipped over here like really quickly, like sometimes faster than like even domestic shipping. And it's like the whole world is sort of your oyster like that.
I think that's awesome to know that the person from eBay in charge of TCGs and collectibles is so passionate about it, because we don't get to see you, you know, before meeting you briefly yesterday for the first time, we had no idea. But then you know that the person at the helm is someone that is so passionate about it and got so much experience. It makes me feel comfortable, you know, and it kind of supports the fact that I sell on eBay, and it's just awesome to hear that. So what's next? What do you have your eyes on a big prize in your collection? Is there something that you're chasing at the moment?
Oh, that's a good question. There's a lot I have my eyes on. There's a lot on my eBay watch list. The one thing I regret the most not picking up was like the Japan Post stamp promos.
Yeah.
It was always one of those things I was like, oh, maybe I'll get a bit later, and then suddenly the price has gone up. Like, but there's so much cool stuff coming out as well. Like, I mean, Destined Rivals just came out, and that's like such a good set, like such a banger set. And then like I love the mega sort of cards, and that sort of whole era. So that coming back, I'm really excited about that. And at the same time, like I'm also like I collect a lot of Marvel stuff, and then there's not as much in Australia, but like there's some really cool stuff I'm trying to find there. Like I'm really after like sketch cards, and like that's something that we don't see as much on like the TCG side, but like those kind of sketch card one-of-ones. And I think I'm always just looking. I'm checking Luna auctions every week, and a bit of that, a bit of this and that.
Yeah, awesome. Is there? I guess you asked what's next for his collection, but like kind of eBay is such a big business, big company, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you guys are always sort of working on or looking to what's next.
Yeah.
What is next?
Well,
is there anything we can talk about or discuss that's upcoming that you could share with us?
Yeah. So there's a lot of things. There's some things I really want to talk about, but I can't.
Yeah.
And there's some things that I want to talk about and I can. And so we're at a lot of events this year, which is really exciting. Obviously, we've got Collectfest right now. We're in the Melbourne. We've got Brisbane, Sydney coming up. Those are going to be really exciting. We're doing Oz National this year as well. We were just at Command Fest last week. And then PAX is going to be huge. We're taking over the eBay tabletop hall, and that's going to be a really exciting sort of really next level of, you know, for collectors in Australia. So I'm stoked about that.
All right, well, that tells me if you're putting that much effort into that many shows, there is some big things coming that obviously you can't talk about, but we will find out about, no doubt.
There's always big things coming.
Yeah.
There's always an exciting time for collecting. Yeah.
Before we let you go, what do you say to the people out there that maybe haven't bought on eBay before or haven't sold before? Why should they come to your platform?
Yeah, I think so. We put out a report recently with Deloitte called the State of Collectibles, which is really interesting, and there's a lot in there. But it also showed that eBay was the number one place people are buying collectibles, that they're buying trading cards online in Australia. And so I think just so whatever it is that you collect. So we also talk about our work. It's like everyone has a thing. And it's sort of like no matter what your thing is, you can find it on eBay, you can find other buyers and sellers. And so it's really as simple as just like going on the site or getting the app, just searching whatever it is you're into, and you'll find like a kind of whole world out there of possibilities.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, Eric, thank you so much for joining us today on behalf of eBay. We all know the platform out there is amazing. We really appreciate your time and enjoy the rest of Collectfest.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. Thanks for, all the cool stuff you guys are doing on eBay, off eBay, just in general. Really, I think supporting the community and sort of brings cool stuff like this out here. And I think it's just really awesome to see it all grow.
No, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much.
No worries. Thanks.
Hobbyists, today's episode is sponsored by Collector Space. They have recently opened their ever-expanding showroom and collectibles shop and has taken shape in the southeast Victoria.
Boasting display furniture and fixtures for in-home collections and retail spaces. They've been trusted by many of our favourite stores and fellow collectors. Check out their socials for up-to-date info and offerings, and be sure to visit the Collector's Space at 1108 Mulcahy Road, Pakenham.
Whether you're a collector at heart or new to the hobby, Collector Space are here to help. So head on down and say good day to Chris and the team at Collector Space, and thanks for sponsoring the episode.
All right, MadeofLucy is in the house. My favorite Whatnot streamer. How are you, Liz?
Thank you. I'm good. Day 2 Collectfest. Let's go.
Day 2 Collectors. Day 1 was huge.
I'm exhausted from day 1.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people here, a lot of hype, a lot of fun.
I think it's fair to say there was a lot of hype and a lot of marketing leading up to Collectfest, and I feel like by the end of yesterday, everybody was happy. Like, it lived up to the hype.
Yeah, it did. And I've been asking a few people around, how was it? And they just said they've done more than what they thought they would have done across the whole weekend in day 1.
Yeah.
There was that many people coming through, that many excited people just wanting to buy, trade, everything.
It was crazy walking around and shoulder to shoulder for, you know, a good 4 or 5 hours, regardless of where you were in the building. It definitely feels like there was a lot of people yesterday, and I know there's a lot of unused tickets today too. So we're going to see lots of fresh faces on day 2 at Collectfest.
Yeah.
I think there was 6,000 people through the door yesterday, and there's 4,000 tickets already sold for today. So
yeah, wow.
It'll be a big weekend for the guys. They'll be very, very happy with how it's gone down.
You've travelled down for the weekend.
I have.
Not your first time down here to Melbourne.
No, not my first time, but I've got a 6 o'clock flight back, so I can't stay the whole day, but it's, you know, definitely worth the trip. Just even just like the weekend for me, it's all about networking, meeting people, all of that, and You're flying back at 6 o'clock tonight? 6 o'clock tonight.
I thought we were going to have a couple drinks.
No, I didn't take yesterday off work, so
yeah.
I have to actually fly straight into a 9 to 5 job. That's the hustle, right? A lot of people do Pokemon as their hobby or their side hustle, and so that's
how it
just the life.
starts. That's how it starts, Luce. And then, like, when I open up Luna in Sydney, you're going to run it for us, right?
Apparently,
Luna Lucy.
I think I'm known more in Sydney as Luna Lucy.
Luna Lucy. Yeah.
I don't know if you know Kernsey, but I go to shows in Sydney and people go, Lucy, Luna cards.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't know how that came about.
I think it's just me in your streams, just pestering. Luna Lucy.
Well, we know you really well, but for the hobbyists out there that might not who you are, talk us through your story, your collecting, and where you are now with your streaming.
Yeah, so I've been a lifelong collector. I'm a 90s kid, so the standard, have the binder, have everything, you know, stored away. Didn't have an attic, but that's sort of the like everyone else, right? And for me, I've always been a collector and probably a hoarder, and I think that works to your advantage when you're in Pokemon. I think they'll sit and
only
forget.
If you sell, Lucy.
Only if you sell. I don't sell.
Well, I mean, you know, it's. I guess your compound interest is going to be massive the day you finally decide to sell.
Yeah. So I think my best, if I think back over my 30 plus years of being in Pokemon, I think the most joyful time I had was when I worked at McDonald's and my first paycheck. I wanted to finish off my base set collection. And I went on to eBay, and I think eBay still then was evolving as a platform itself. And I went on, I had $300, and I bought like 10 base set packs. I bought several fossil packs. I just was going ham, buying everything and anything. Like, this was like the modern day Whatnot. Like, I was just buying $1, all these cards, and I have shoe boxes now of cards that I bought back then. And that $300 paycheck is worth more than probably what I made across my entire part-time.
Nice work. Macca's kickstart MadeofLucy.
It did, and so that was that. And then I got out of collecting and then came back into it in 2014 when my brother gave me a call and he was trying to explain that Pokemon cards now take up the whole of the card, and he was trying to sort of pitch this idea of the whole full art and explain it to me. And he gave me a card. It was the Reshiram from the Radiant collection, and then that's sort of what got me back into it. 2014.
Has your brother collected his whole life as well?
He has, but he also has a hoarding problem. But I wouldn't say he didn't collect. I'm probably the only Pokemon card collector in the family.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He's someone that likes all the model airplanes, model cars. That kind of stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
He was a 3D modeler. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And when you came back in, when did you start to take it from collecting to also the online business and streaming?
Yeah, for me, it's sort of full circle, because back in 2014, 2015, YouTube was blowing up and I wanted to be like the next YouTuber, and I came across Unlisted Leaf. And I tried to be like Unlisted Leaf, and I made these cringy YouTube videos. And I tried to vlog. I tried to do this.
We want to see him.
It didn't work out. It just didn't. I stopped making videos.
Yeah.
And for me, when I say it comes full circle, I came back in 2021. I think potentially it was you were hearing about it in the news, I think, in the Logan Paul, that box break. And that's sort of what got me realizing all the stuff that I opened up in 2014, 2015, I started to have some real money in it. And then I watched a stream on Twitch and they were breaking. And at the time I was streaming, I started streaming in 2018 playing games. And I had a gaming community, but I was getting over that and my channel was dying.
What games were you playing?
Fortnite. And I tried to change to other games, but people were very committed to Fortnite and I just didn't want to play it anymore. And so
what was your highest rank you ever got?
On Fortnite? No, I just played games with communities, all the custom games. You can make your own maps and stuff like that. So it was very community based. But I just I wouldn't say took a risk. I just started opening up Pokemon packs on stream and people liked it. People enjoyed it. Trying to think what I opened up. I think it was Vivid Voltage.
Oh, and people enjoyed that. There you go.
Yeah, it was Vivid.
Wow.
Vivid Voltage. Opened up Vivid Voltage. And then I saw the stream that was breaking and I just decided to do my own break store. And there was very few people in Australia that were doing it then.
Yep.
And I did a stream. I opened up my store and within 2 streams my views were back up to peak Fortnite days and we were just full steam ahead and it didn't take much to get off the ground.
You focus on things like community, which I've heard you talk about, and you said you took a break from Fortnite, but people are really loyal and you do build connections with people online. So I'm not surprised to hear that when you came back and were opening Pokemon cards, that it only took a few days for that to come back because you really do emphasize on that sense of community in your lives.
My first buyers in the stream were people that watched me play Fortnite and they were just there to support. And that was my first stream, was the community just buying packs, and it only took one stream for people outside to then get in on this whole breaking concept, which is very, I mean, I don't know the full history of breaking, but I didn't know breaking prior to 2021, like this whole online breaking type idea.
Yeah, the rip and ship thing I think is definitely like less than 4 to 5 years old.
Yeah.
Like it kind of, I guess my first interaction with it was like 2020, 2021 as well.
Yeah.
Otherwise before that, I recall seeing content videos like what Ando used to do where people would just open up stuff themselves, but definitely not like the whole rip and ship culture that's, a big chunk of the hobby these days. So that I guess brings us to Whatnot, where you do a bit of ripper shipping.
I do, yes. A couple of times a week on Whatnot, and predominantly do the sealed thing.
Yep.
So go live and I try and sell my packs in bundles of 3 and hope that people get pulls. But yeah, that's I've been enjoying Whatnot. It's been great. I'm so happy that they came to Australia.
Yeah, it's been good for our community, I think.
Yes.
In terms of expansion and ease of use, like the platform itself is great. But what's next on the cards for MadeofLucy then? Are you working towards getting out of that 9 to 5 buzz and like ever want to be full-time cards, or do you love your job and you want to keep this as a hobby? Like what's next?
Yeah, look, I mean, it's probably at my stage in my life and my career, I have built my 9 to 5 career over the last decade, and I'm probably at the pinnacle of that.
Yeah.
But it has crossed my mind the last few weeks, particularly with, I think, my employment where we've just got purchased. And so I'm probably at the stage of my life where this is probably a time, if I wanted to change and do something, I could get out. I mean, it's been my dream to want to do Pokemon cards full time.
Lunar Sydney coming soon.
And I mean, it's a side hustle. I always say I've got a 9 to 5 and a 5 to 9.
Yeah.
It's non-stop work. It's a
yeah.
commitment. You sacrifice all your spare time you have in your life into this. So I have a lot of ideas in terms of wanting to try and grow in the 5 to 9 space. But that would be the next step. And I don't know if I could. I've got a 9 to 5 career that I've spent a decade building.
Yep.
And it's hard. It's that, I'm on a good salary. You've got that assurity, that security, right? And to be able to take a risk and just turn away, a really good salary from a 9-to-5 job to chase a dream.
That's
It's
what you got to
nervous.
do.
I'm jealous of people that can
That's
do
what
it.
I had to do, Lucy. 15 years I was in finance and real estate, and I just pull the pin
Yep.
and go sell Pokemon cards for a living.
Do what makes you happy. Look, my job, my 9-to-5 makes me happy, but
Yeah.
I said I've got an opportunity coming up in the future where
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know.
Awesome.
I love what you said in terms of like organizing your time and how much you've got to sacrifice, because we know in even doing things like the episodes for the podcast, we have to schedule 3 months in advance because, you know, you've got time with your family, you've got time with your friends, like you said, you've got your 9-to-5. It's not easy work. Not easy work to juggle all those things up. And it's something that we here at the podcast have to prioritize as well, because fortnightly episodes, they come and go really, really quickly. And if we miss an opportunity to film in a spot, that opportunity's gone. So before we ask you just a few questions on some of your collection,
Sure.
how have you found the hobby now that you're involved in a lot more creating content? Do you look at it differently now to when you were just opening some packs at home and enjoying the cards for yourself?
Yeah, I 100% do. Like, I've come here for this weekend, for example, and I set aside some money for me to go buy some things for myself. And I've bought very little because I've spent the entire weekend networking, meeting viewers, and I haven't actually had really any time to myself to buy anything.
I feel that.
So I do from that aspect of, you know, this weekend's about showing my face, and it's not about me. And I think when I first started, I was trying and make content that I thought people would be interested in, or I would be stressing this weekend, feeling like I've got to film this, I've got to film that, or trying to get, you know, your name out there. And not trying to say my name is really out there, but this weekend it would be a different environment to what it would be if you were starting out.
Yeah.
Just the last question here before we let you go. Do you have like a prized possession in your collection? Is there something that is your absolute top of Everest piece that you will never let go of?
Yeah, look, I do, and I spoke earlier about a card that my brother gave me, and it was the Reshiram full art with the roses in the background from, I think, the Radiant Collection from Black and White.
Legendary Treasures.
Treasures, and that's the card that I think kickstarted what would be the last decade of that full circle that I was talking about. That kickstarted trying to be a YouTuber, and to some extent took that knowledge as well and that experience and the downfalls of why that didn't work to what I do today. And that would be that card for me that's nostalgia. That's what got me.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's special. Where can people find you on all your socials?
Yep, Made of Lucy on Twitch, Made of Lucy on Whatnot, and Made of Lucy on Instagram.
Awesome.
Made of Lucy _ sorry.
Made of Lucy Luna, coming soon. Thank you so much, Luce. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you. Had fun.